Alright guys, what's up? I thought we'd start the year with a video about the best and worst movies of 2021. Now there'll be some honorable mentions in this film as well, and there's not a whole lot of bad ones, mainly good ones, but we'll get right into it. The first bad movie of this year was Matrix Resurrections, and I don't know what was going on with this movie, neither does the cast, because they were confused as well. The first act started with some really interesting ideas, and then as the movie progressed, it lost me from there. I don't really know what they were trying to achieve with this movie. They made a fourth Matrix movie. Why? I don't know. But this idea was terrible, and I had thought that the third movie ended the whole story. Apparently not. No more Matrix. You hear me, Warner Brothers? No more Matrix. The second bad movie of 2021 is on Disney Plus, and that one's Home Sweet Home Alone, a reboot of the Home Alone series. And I was kind of excited for it. I liked the kid in Jojo Rabbit. I thought he was cool. And he was going to be the main character in this film. And it was terrible. The story was just not there. I did not like the kid at all. I thought the humor was bad. Just not like the original. Stop with the reboots, guys. We don't need more reboots. Make original ideas. Come on. Another bad movie, which isn't really bad, but mainly disappointing to me, was Ridley Scott's House of Gucci. And the story, it was okay, but at the end it didn't really leave me thinking about anything. The performances by Adam Driver, Lady Gaga, Al Pacino, Jared Leto, all very good. I'm sure Lady Gaga will get a nomination for Best Actress at the Oscars, but compared to another Ridley Scott film of 2021, this movie just wasn't it. Spider-Man No Way Home is on the honorable mention list. I don't think it's the best film of 2021, but I do like what they did with this one. Seeing all the versions of Spider-Man together and all the Spider-Man villains fighting together was pretty cool, and it's as close as we're going to get to a Sinister Six movie. It also opens up the multiverse. We're going to see more of that in the new Doctor Strange film as well, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen, and hopefully Venom's going to fight Spider-Man at one point. We got to see it happen. Another honorable mention is Titan. This one's a really weird one and just out there. I like weird stuff, so this one was right up my alley. This one's not for everyone, but I would say check it out. It's kind of hard to explain what really this movie is about, but I would say check it out. Another movie that I shouldn't have judged by just watching the trailers is The Jungle Cruise. I actually liked this movie. I thought this was going to be a CGI mess, which it is, but if you could get past the CGI and just get involved with the characters and the story, then I think you're going to have a great time. And if you like the ride at Disneyland, then even better. Now to my top 5 movies of 2021. Number 5 is Dune. Every aspect of this movie was great. All the areas of filmmaking, production design, cinematography, acting, anything, all great. This movie was amazing. I saw it in IMAX, and this movie needed to be seen in IMAX because of the cinematography and the screen format. The characters were interesting, despite the fact that I haven't read the book. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't know much about the story, so learning about the world was new to me. And I'm excited for part 2. We'll see what happens. Probably should read all the books first before I watch part 2. Number 4 goes to Ridley Scott's The Last Duel. This is the better movie of the year for him compared to House of Gucci. And just seeing a story unfold through the perspective of 3 different characters, I feel like is very interesting, and I think he did a great job at showing the different perspective and thoughts that these characters were going through. The performances by Jodie Comer, Matt Damon, and Adam Driver are all very good. Can't wait to see what Ridley Scott does next. I know he's making a Napoleon movie, another epic from Ridley Scott, so we'll see how that one goes. Number 3 goes to Wes Anderson and The French Dispatch. It's a Wes Anderson movie, so you know what you're getting into with witty characters and his unique cinematography. This movie is great. I loved all the different stories in there. Timothée Chalamet's story in that film I thought was the funniest one, and also with the painter as well. I loved all the characters, just like the Grand Budapest Hotel and all his other movies. They're all great and just fun to watch. Number 2 goes to Power of the Dog on Netflix. This one has Benedict Cumberbatch. Amazing. Just plays amazing characters. And he's not a likable guy in this movie. Treats people like garbage and makes everyone's lives miserable. But at the end the film, you really start to think about the characters and the impact that they've made on each other and their surroundings, and just the cinematography as well as the just captures the landscape of that ranch. Everything overall was amazing. I think Benedict Cumberbatch is going to get the Best Actor Academy Award and maybe cinematography as well. But I would say check this one out on Netflix, guys. This one's really good. Highly recommend it. And number one of the year goes to The Green Knight. Now, you either loved this movie or you hated it. It's in the fantasy genre. The movie isn't like traditional fantasy movies. You have a main character that isn't like the heroic warrior type. He's trying to find honor. And when he gets into confrontation, he kind of gets scared. And at one point, he starts crying. So, in my opinion, it was a really interesting character, different than what we have seen in fantasy movies. And I didn't know what was going to happen throughout this whole movie. I didn't know how it was going to end. And it also just leaves a lot of ambiguous stuff. You know, the ending is very ambiguous. So it's open interpretation. Really, we haven't seen a lot of movies like this. And I hope there's more movies like this soon. A lot of people hated it because they thought it was boring or confusing, but I loved it. I thought every shot of this movie was great and just told you something more about the characters and the overall story of this film. And that's it for 2021. We will be doing a podcast soon, and we'll also be talking about the Academy Awards season as well as that starts to come up. And thank you for watching. Subscribe and like, guys.